Good evening, Rescue enjoyers of the Norex. It's time for the predictions video. Earlier today we had the last rust off for April 2025, and in this video we need to go ahead and try and figure out of all these skins, which of them potentially is going to be the best investment for this week, which of these skins might help us walk away with some sweet, delicious looking profits. So, sit back, relax, I'm going to start yapping. Right, so, by default, maybe we're not going to see that many sales. Now, just to quickly showcase to you, with the previous week, that was really low. Like, we didn't even see a single skin to over 10,000 subscribers. Now, as time goes on, perhaps those skins might work out quite nicely, but nobody cares for Easter. As you can see, these certainly aren't Easter skins, and they do appear to be selling better compared to the previous week. However, still not thinking they're going to be selling that much. Alright, so we want to wait it out a little bit longer perhaps before we actually make a purchase. That would be the smartest way to approach it. But still, looking at all these skins, I'm making a consideration, and I think the most interesting thing to look at will probably be the tie, hoodie and pants. In terms of what's actually going to be like the very best in terms of retaining its value, has to be this, because I just can't help but anticipate we'll see, tier 3. Now, with the arrival of the hoodie and pants today, we did in fact see the tier 2 go up in price quite nicely, which you can see right over to here with only 11 listings here. This is now selling for $3.50, and over to here with only 30 listings. Oh, whoops, sorry about that. You can see that that's getting close to $3. Not insanely huge jumps, but when you take into consideration out of the many blackout alternatives that we have, all right, well, not that many, but there's still quite a lot. Dragon Rage, Black Gold, Pirate Collection, Legacy Kevlar. This tier 2 armor has sold the least. Like, in general, quite a lot of those blackout alternatives would do like at least 15,000 subscribers. Nope, these only did 9,000. And the main thing that we're going to be concerned about is how much the hoodie and pants are going to sell in comparison to the tier 2. If it happens to only sell about 9,000 as well, alright, that's fine, that's good, it's A-OK. Boots and gloves, tier 3 armor, if it appears, if it's accepted, all of this is going to greatly appreciate it, alright? And because this didn't sell that much, there's only so much of it to go around. And as you just saw, the amount of listings on the Steam market, next to nothing. So things are looking pretty interesting for this. And if you want to get a good look at this, see how it is, consider watching my rust rotation video. You can see me wearing the hoodie and pants with the tier 2. I know some people are a bit concerned about the red and the blue lines. You can hardly see it. Just a bit of a distance away, you can hardly see it, alright? So, alright. Looking pretty good. It's abnormal. We don't need to jump in and purchase it now. We can wait it out, wait till Wednesday, do the abnormal barters first, then of course look at the abnormal barter support afterwards, and then make considerations if you want to jump onto it. Now, if you're confused at just, what I just said there, abnormals, regular skins, you don't fully understand it, consider going to my YouTube right now. See that I have this Ruskin Abnormal Barters video for April 24, 2025. Consider giving that a good watch. Watch the first 5 minutes, go to the chapters, skip ahead to the Barters, and you will find out that abnormal skins are skins that become marketable before the Ruster even rotates, and you can use that time advantage to make a move, get a good idea in regards to whether certain skins are actually good to, invest into. And, well, it's super helpful, right? So I'll also be streaming on Wednesday night. Look in the description, you'll see links to all my socials. Of course, my Twitch. And Wednesday night, about 9 PM London time, you can hop in, say hello, and I'll introduce you to how to approach all of these skins. The smartest way to approach making some investments. Right then, so looking at all the other skins, what's also looking to be pretty interesting. I think by default, it's going to be the SAP, right? Now, that's just based on the fact that semi-automatic pistols tend to do very, very well in terms of retaining their value. Now, the two most recent skins, unfortunately... Oh, actually, no, that's improved. It wasn't earlier, now it suddenly got bought out. Maybe because of the M249 appearing today. Anyway, SAP, it's down a fair bit. Not exactly super pleasing to the eyes, but anyway, as you can see, SAP skins tend to do very nicely, and as we're approaching the summertime, they're expected to improve a little bit more. But they don't tend to go up in price that much. So if you're going to ask me what's looking to be the skins that are most reliably going to retain their value, SAP's a very good, shout out. Just don't expect huge gains. Now, with the Deep Ruby collection, as of now, it's a weapon-only collection. The other skins here, not exactly doing super great, but I still expect this to perform better compared to these. Now, yeah, there's a very good chance it still goes below its rust price. I highly doubt it's going to go below $2. I'm looking at that with some enthusiasm and some optimism. And if we do eventually see deplorables and, clothing armor perhaps, that could pretty much have a pretty good time in the future, I'm sure. Alright then, looking at the remaining skins, I think I want to point out, I think it's going to be the Chrome Bombshell Python. Now, out of all the Python skins that we have, there are only 3 skins now that have transparent aim sights. You can see this over here with the Blackout Python, which we can show in the workshop. We can also point this out with the Redemption Python. So as you can see, very nice, sleek black design. And when you aim down the sight, what do you see? It's not huge, but just some very useful transparency right there. You get to see just a little bit more. And the same applies, of course, with the Redemption Python, which you can see right here. So I wonder what that third skin might be that has the transparent aim sight. Yeah, it's Bombshell. So let's go give this a quick look. As you can see over here, this is actually by default the cheapest one, with it selling at $2 on the Steam market right now, on the Rust store. But yeah, same exact thing, but it's not abnormal. There's a bit of a problem there. You're going to have to wait until Wednesday night, look at the sales and make a consideration. But as of now, as you can see, it's not even like the top 5 selling skins at the moment. Alright, maybe it doesn't sell that much. Like, take this into consideration. Just take a look at the Redemption sales. Take a look at the Blackout sales. So that did 14,200 and this did 19,200 subscribers. If this sells a fair bit less, maybe it actually works out very nicely. With what you just saw with the Tyre Tier 2 just a second ago, they didn't sell that much and they have hardly any listings in the Steam market. And well, if there happens to be a increased demand in the future, all the better for those skins to rise up in price, because there's only so much of it to go around. So, okay. It's looking interesting. We can respect that. But looking at all the other skins now, what's also looking to be pretty interesting? I think I want to talk about the land box, alright? I'm not usually that invested with small box skins, but it's a very cute, silly looking lamb design. Now, you might bring up, but what about the Easter Chick small box? That was like heavily Easter themed and people don't care about Easter skins, just point that out. But as I scroll down, we have seen like Frogbox do very nicely. That's selling for $2.35, up 58% in terms of its value. So people do appreciate a good silly animal themed small box. But more specifically, I wanted to bring up the cute one. I wanted to bring up the Easter Bunny small box. But Hedge, you just said people don't care about Easter, but they do care about cute little bunnies. It's a difference. Anyway, so looking at this, if you haven't seen it in game, consider watching my Rust rotation video. There's not that much to it, and I can't help but assume a lot of people are going to appreciate like making some silly farm bases, put the chickens out in the coops, get the sheep out there. Oh mate, Mr. Alfred Attar, this was his first ever skin to be accepted. He's got to do like cows and something, like he's got to do like all the animals. So anyway, as you can see here, I think people appreciate it. It doesn't glow in the dark or anything, but just the goofy fun side of it, I think it could do quite nicely. And also, not exactly selling that much. Currently the third lowest selling skin so far. So, we'll see what happens next. But, it's looking to be somewhat interesting. It's not abnormal though, but even then, still kind of interested. So, feel free to comment below if you agree. Now, moving on to the next skin, I think I want to now talk about the Thompson. Thompsons tend to do quite nicely. Not all the time. But I will still expect the Starry Dream Thompson here. I still think it's going to dip below its Rust store price. It's sitting at the standard $2 price for a weapon/tool. But when you look at all the Thompsons over the past like year or so, there's actually quite a lot of them doing quite right. And then there's some that aren't doing as good. Now, as you look at all of them, and then you look over to here, this is actually a black Thompson with some nice clouds, some serene sort of moonlight and whatnot. I think it could work out quite nicely. It's just, I know this is part of a collection that's only a weapon-only collection, and, well, what happens when that happens? Down 56, down 52. However, that's an AK, that's a SAR, this is normal. You know, we've got so many AKs, so many SARs, you'd normally expect this. But for a Thompson, based on what we just saw there, it looks like it actually could hold up quite nicely. And if it doesn't sell that much, which is to be expected, maybe it actually could work out quite nicely in the future. So keep an eye on it, but it's also not abnormal. So look at all the remaining skins. I think now I have to talk about the Cock AR, yes, what a splendid choice of name. Good job. So it's supposed to be called the Rooster AK, but Face Punch was like, can't let that slip. Gotta make sure. Gotta make sure we call it the Cock AR. So if you wanna grip it, hold it, caress it, and show it to everybody in game, feel free to show them your Cock AR. So anyway, it is a very goofy rooster design that I'm sure a lot of people are going to appreciate. I just don't know if the joke's going to be strong enough to maintain the price. We've had plenty of very funny and pretty cool looking designs for AKs over the past, since the game existed? 2015? Yeah, 2015 since skins existed. Technically speaking, we're at like the 10th year anniversary. But anyway. We have a lot of very cool skins, and we keep seeing more and more and more. Twitch drops, special DLC skins, which we have to kind of acknowledge in a bit. But overall, I look, the amount of AKs we got, which is absolutely ridiculous, we only see like a couple AKs actually work out quite nicely by the end of the year. As in, like maybe 1 or 2 will be in the positive, and every other one will be in the negative. However, we do tend to see certain skins still go down in price, but don't go down that badly. And I think that might be what the Cock AR might be, but I don't think the joke of it's going to carry long enough. I'm not 100% convinced. Now, by all means, you might sit there and say, I adore it, I love holding it. But anyway, I'm not 100% convinced, but it is abnormal. We can approach that on Wednesday night, and yeah, we'll see what the abnormal barter support looks like afterwards, and then, of course, we'll see what happens next, all right? The abnormal barter support looks good. All right, we'll jump in, we'll buy some. And if it's looking a bit questionable, all right, we'll just stick with our barders. All right then, cool. Right then, looking at the remaining skins, it's starting to get a bit like straightforward. I'm going to bring up the Ape Lord door. I think it looks cool, but with the amount of sheet metal doors that we have in the game, I'm not 100% convinced. A $2.49 door, you might think, oh, with that price, it might hold up a fair bit better. No, we've had plenty of $2.49 doors come out in the past, and they've gone down in price very quickly and pretty badly. So just take a look at all the sheet metal doors we've had so far this year. You can't judge this one yet. Wait a week or two, then look at it again. This is down to down 31%. This is down by half. Wow, that's down by 70%, and this one right here is down by 51%. $3. $2.49, now it sells for $1.46, and this sells for 80 cents. And just take a look at all the sheet metal doors from the previous year. We've had plenty of instances where doors sold for $2.49, and they still went down in price. So with this one right here, cool design, and if you like it, by all means buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators. However, I don't like to invest into sheet metal doors anymore. They don't really hold up their value anymore, and there will be more Twitch drops, which I can confirm. So, that's going to probably be like a $1 barter perhaps, so we'll leave it at that. Looking at the remaining skins, I'm curious about the Factory New MT49. I just don't trust people caring enough about MT49 skins. What makes you say that? That? How often are you using M249? What's the justification to use the skin, right? You might play on certain servers and whatnot, which, you're going to be using it a lot more. Fair enough, not going to judge you, but in general, how often are people using an M249 skin, M249s? If the overall amount of people aren't using it that much, they're not going to have skins for it, or not care enough to have skins for it. And, this Factory New collection's looking pretty interesting, but the skins aren't exactly doing super great. Why is it down in price there and it was up in price in the other one? Anyway. So, I'm not convinced, and I'll probably stick with a Lobel Barder in that one. Now, looking at the remaining skins, here we have the Whittled Bloom door, a nice continuation to the Whittled Bloom large box, which unfortunately has gone down by half its price. It's a perfectly fine looking design. It's a wooden door. Wooden doors, their skins, they do not hold up. They go down in price, and they go down below $1. Like, that's an inevitability. You might question that, but it's only just become marketable. Look at it again a week, and then, of course, yeah. So down 38, down 60, down 72, 92 cents, 80 cents, and 70 cents. And you go down here, 73 cents, 76 cents, $1.23. Oh, wow, but still down. No, still down bad. Down, 75 cents, 75 cents, 85 cents, 65 cents, 71 cents, and more and more and more. So, okay, yeah, it's going to go below $1, isn't it? Yes. Sorry to say. Very nice looking design. I'd love to see more of this Whittled Bloom collection. Still hoping for a wooden double door. Now, that would be different. For a single wooden door, no. Sorry to say, but no. It's not going to work out. And then we have the tools. This is the skin creator's first ever pair of skins to be accepted. An interesting, transparent design here. And then, of course, with the pickaxe, very similar. But unfortunately, once again, tool skins. They don't hold their value. They all go down to $1. Now, certain skins are manipulated here and there, but take a look at all hatchets in general, and you'll see basically every single one of them will go down to about $1. It's unfortunate, but it just is what it is. And if you go over to the pickaxes, you'll also see pretty much the exact same thing. So you've been warned. I've put the information out there. 85 cents, $1.22, 98 cents, $1.12, $1.11, $1.03, $1.01, 99 cents. Point made. It's expected to go down in price. It feels like an inevitability. So, okay, we've given you all the information. What you do with that's up to you. Now let's talk about some interesting things potential on the horizon. So if I could just quickly go over to, here. Oh yeah, next week it's going to be the May 1st Force Wipe. On May 1st it's going to be the Force Wipe. We're going to have the jungle update being introduced. And also, we're going to have some Twitch drops throughout all of May, from the 1st of May to the 1st of June. We're going to have 7 Twitch drops that will be available to everybody. And how do you get them? Just watch anyone streaming Rust on Twitch. You can watch me if you want. Look in the description. My link's there, the Twitch link. And yeah, you've got a whole month to be able to get all the skins. It's going to take 14 hours to get all of them, but you've got 4 weeks to get them. So anyway, there's a very lovely looking batch of skins right here. But if you want to get a good look at them, don't worry, on Saturday I'll have a video uploaded showcasing all of them, making some comparisons as well, and showcasing them in like various different light and whatnot. So I'm sure you'll be looking forward to that. Oh yes, oh yes. Now, in terms of other things to bring up, well, as I just said, we're going to have the the Force Wipe next week. We're going to have the Jungle Update, and I am anticipating a lot of people turning up. So overall, with the month of April, the average player count looks like it is going to go below 100,000. Oh, well, it is what it is. But with the introduction of a brand new biome for the first time ever, a brand new biome with all the brand new animals and the weapons, well, I think a lot of very curious people are going to be jumping in, and I think a lot of people are going to be enjoying it, and I think from here and now, we're going to see the summer hype. We're going to see skin prices starting to rise up higher and higher and higher. We're going to see the player counts going higher and higher. And probably around June, July, we'll see potentially a bigger player count than what we saw back in January 2025. Remember, that was the all-time high peak player count, 259,000. I really do think we're going to beat it. Maybe not for the May Force Wipe, but maybe the month after. This is expected to be like the big, strong push back into seeing a lot of people playing Rust again. And, of course, the kids will be out of school soon, and with the summer vacation, well, lots of people playing. So cool. And when there's lots of people playing, the assumption is, or by default we would assume, we'll see a lot of skins go up in price and reach new all-time high prices at some point in the summer. It did happen last year in 2024, so, okay, something to look forward to for us Ruskin enjoyers. Now, with the Jungle Update now coming out, you have to kind of anticipate new things on the horizon. So, with the Jungle Update, we're going to see the Jungle DLC, a lovely batch of items and whatnot. Now, I can't really showcase everything to you right here, right now, but I would encourage looking at the likes of Protux on Twitter. He showcases everything, right? You got the brand new Jungle AK, the brand new rock. You got the new gesture for the beat chest, basically, being like a gorilla. Or Tarzan. Maybe Tarzan. Oh, if only we could do like a Tarzan yell or something when you're swinging the trees. All right, anyway, so lots of interesting things being showcased here. Give them a good look. And if we could just quickly showcase everything here, keep an eye out for Ern's tweets, because of course you can see she'll announce when Twitch drops are happening. You never know, we might have more in June and July and maybe August. We did, last year from May to December, every single month we got Twitch drops. Could it happen again in 2025? We'll see. So, all right, overall, things are looking pretty sweet, things are looking pretty cool. And as I was alluding to, you've got to keep an eye out for new things. It looks like we're getting 2 brand new pies, big cat pie and alligator pie, because of course you kill the tiger, you kill the panther, you can make a pie out of that. Kill an alligator, crocodile, you get a pie out of that, crocodile. But the next big update potentially is going to be the NAVAL update. There has been mentions of some new content, and it looks like a floating city in the water. What does that entail? If you've played Raft, you probably have a good idea. Some sort of strange rubbish island made out of rubbish and whatever. I don't know. We don't know. But, we can fantasize. We can theorycraft, but no idea. Right, so that's a nice thing to keep an eye out for from here and now. And is there anything else to mention? Yes. So I've already mentioned, the next week is going to be the Jungle Update. And you might keep an eye out with the top picks from TGG of his collection. But I'm always looking at the newest skin submissions. And let me tell you, all the skin creators have basically made green stuff, like green deplorables, lots of rugs, mind you, lots and lots and lots of rugs to cover your base in. And of course, like furnaces, sleeping bags, boxes, doors. Sorry, I lost my tongue there. Tiger rock, crocodile rock, snake rock, loads of interesting things being produced. Green AKs, SARS, you name it, but more specifically, green clothing and armor. Lots and lots and lots of green clothing and armor. So, yes, if you want to get a good look at all those skins, if you want to be more aware of all the new skin submissions, is what I meant to say, consider watching my Rust Workshop skin checks videos. This one, April 22, and I quite literally point out all the collection continuations in the description as well. So if you just skip ahead to something that sounds interesting to you, you're more than welcome to. Sorry, I'm losing my tongue and it's late, so I think I should probably wrap this up. So thank you very much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. And if you kind of get a good idea of what, green clothing and armor looks like in the jungle biome, consider watching my shorts. I have plenty of jungle videos showcasing various different clothing and armor. And yeah, it's really good to hide in. I hope you're looking forward to it. There's going to be so many people ambushing you. It's that easy. So yeah, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later. Sing goodbye.